A mysterious stranger walked into a small Georgia bank in 1979, paid cash for a massive monument, and left behind zero real information about who he actually was. The Georgia Guidestones stood in Elbert County, a quiet farming town, for over 40 years, basically a giant granite conspiracy theory sitting in a field. We're talking 6 giant granite slabs, over 19 feet tall, weighing nearly 240,000 pounds total. For context, that's heavier than 30 elephants, in a field, in Georgia. Fun fact, Elbert County is actually nicknamed the granite capital of the world. So at least whoever built this had good taste in local suppliers. The stranger used a fake name, R.C. Christian, told the local granite company it was for a group of loyal Americans, then basically vanished like a cartoon villain. The banker who worked with him, Wyatt Martin, kept the secret identity until his death. He said R.C. Christian was the only name he ever knew. That is suspiciously convenient. Now here's where it gets properly weird. The monument is engraved with 10 commandments, except these ones are for rebuilding civilization after a global catastrophe. Rule number 1, and I'm not making this up, maintain humanity under 500 million. Earth's current population is 8 billion. Someone wants to cut 94% of us. Cool. To be fair, maintain might mean after a catastrophe already happened. Researchers point out the text says in perpetual balance with nature, not go delete people. Context matters, folks. Other rules include guide reproduction wisely, unite humanity with a living new language, and leave room for nature. Pretty progressive for a slab of rock in a Georgia field. The inscriptions appear in 8 languages: English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian. Someone really wanted their apocalypse memo to land globally. Fun fact, the capstone also has 4 ancient languages: Babylonian, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics. This anonymous person apparently loved dead languages. The stones are also an astronomical calendar. A slot in the center aligns with the sun at solstices and equinoxes. This wasn't random. Somebody did serious homework. There's also a hole drilled through the center stone that tracks Polaris, the North Star, year-round. This is either genius survivalist engineering or the most elaborate mystery ever. So who built it? The most popular serious theory, a wealthy, eccentric new age group wanted a guide for survivors to restart society after nuclear war. Cold War anxiety did things to people. The R.C. Christian pseudonym is widely thought to reference the Rosicrucians, a secretive 17th century mystical order. Subtle, buddy. Very subtle. Fun fact, the Rosicrucians are a real organization that still exists today. Their motto? Let the Brotherhood remain unknown. They're doing great at that, honestly. Of course, the internet had other ideas. Conspiracy theories exploded, calling the Guidestones a satanic NWO population control billboard. Alex Jones personally visited and ranted at it, as one does. The New World Order theory claimed the stones were a literal blueprint for global elites to cull humanity. No evidence supports this, but that never stopped a good conspiracy theory, did it? Researchers and historians who actually studied the stones generally concluded this was a utopian environmentalist manifesto, not a murder plan. Passionate? Yes. Genocidal? Probably not. A 1981 book called Common Sense Renewed was mailed to world leaders. The author? R.C. Christian. The book literally laid out the same philosophy. Someone really wanted their ideas heard. In 2015, journalist Mark Dice offered a free ounce of gold to anyone who'd help destroy the Guidestones. He got 0 takers. Even the haters didn't hate that much. For decades, the Guidestones became a legit tourist attraction. Thousands visited annually, from curious locals to UFO enthusiasts who thought the stars' alignment meant alien instructions. Some visitors left offerings, crystals, flowers, handwritten notes. One person left a jar of honey. It was wholesome and extremely strange simultaneously. But not everyone loved the Guidestones. Over the years, they were vandalized repeatedly, painted with death to the New World Order and satanic graffiti. Charming neighbors. Then in 2022, a Georgia gubernatorial candidate named Candace Taylor made destroying the Guidestones her actual campaign promise. She called them satanic. She got 3.4% of the vote. Fun fact, Taylor's campaign slogan was literally Jesus, guns, babies. Not making that up. Georgia politics is its own content universe. Then on July 6, 2022, somebody actually did it. An explosion ripped through the Guidestones before dawn, destroying one of the large granite slabs. The internet absolutely lost its mind. Security cameras caught footage of a car driving up before the blast. The bomber was never identified. A $10,000 reward was offered, still unclaimed. The mystery just doubled. Elbert County ordered the entire monument demolished the same day for safety reasons. Within hours, 43 years of controversy was reduced to rubble and granite chunks. Conspiracy theorists immediately claimed the elites demolished the rest to cover their tracks. Others noted the county just didn't want a structurally unsafe half-monument in a field. Both very different energy. Fun fact, some of the Guidestone rubble pieces were auctioned off as souvenirs. A chunk of apocalypse planning goes for surprisingly good money at auction. Now let's talk about the real identity hunt. In 2015, investigative journalist Wired writer Randall Sullivan spent years researching and finally named a suspect, a man called Herbert Kirsten. Herbert Kirsten was an Iowa doctor with strong views on population, eugenics, and world governance. He matched the profile almost perfectly, but he died in 2005 and never confirmed anything. Wyatt Martin, the banker, reportedly confirmed Kirsten was close, but never gave a flat yes. He kept his vow of secrecy even when Kirsten was already dead. Absolute legend of discretion. So officially, the identity of the Guidestones' creator remains unknown. One of the strangest unsolved mysteries in American history, hiding in plain sight in a cow pasture. Here's something most people miss. The monument included a time capsule buried beneath it. The capstone said, "To be open on," but the date was left blank. On purpose. When the monument was demolished in 2022, crews excavated the burial site and found nothing. Either the capsule was never placed, or somebody got there first. Perfect. Fun fact, the empty time capsule spot is somehow the most on-brand detail in this entire story. Anonymous monument, fake name, blank date, empty hole. Absolute art. Now let's zoom out. The Guidestones weren't unique in spirit. The 1970s saw several Doomsday monument concepts. Nuclear fears drove people to leave messages for possible future survivors. The Svalbard Global Seed Vault in Norway was built on the same basic principle. Preserve something essential for after civilization collapses, except that one has government funding and a return address. Back to the Guidestones. The rules themselves are genuinely debatable. Some are reasonable, balanced with nature, be not a cancer on the earth. Others still give people pause. Understandably. The eugenics-adjacent rule about guiding reproduction wisely is legitimately uncomfortable, and historians acknowledge this. The stones weren't entirely harmless philosophy. That's a fair criticism. Which raises the actual interesting question. If a monument's meaning is totally ambiguous, does it matter more what it says or what people project onto it? The Guidestones became a Rorschach test in granite. Christians saw Satan. Environmentalists saw wisdom. Preppers saw a survival guide. Tourists saw a photo op. The stones reflected whoever was looking. That's kind of incredible, actually. After the 2022 destruction, something funny happened. People wanted the Guidestones back. Petitions circulated. Suddenly, the Satanic Monument was a beloved piece of American heritage. Make it make sense. Fun fact, the site where the Guidestone stood is still there in Elbert County. Just an empty field now, which is somehow even creepier than a giant engraved monument. As of now, Elbert County officially has no plans to rebuild or replace the Guidestones. The Georgia Guide to Rebuilding Civilization is gone. Hopefully nobody needs it anytime soon. What the Guidestones actually were was probably this. One very wealthy, very eccentric idealist who wanted to leave a message for humanity and had the budget to make it really, really weird. No secret society needed. No lizard people. Just a guy with money, big opinions about civilization, and zero interest in taking credit. The most human explanation is usually the right one. The bomber who destroyed it? Still unknown. The builder who created it? Still unknown. The meaning? Still debated. The Guidestones lost physically, but won the mystery game permanently. Fun fact. In a 2022 poll after the destruction, more Americans said they were sad the Guidestones were gone and glad. Something destroyed becomes immediately more mysterious and beloved. The real legacy of the Guidestones isn't population control plans or satanic worship. It's proof that anonymity plus money plus a field in Georgia can haunt an entire nation for 40 years. And honestly, if the goal was to make people think about civilization, sustainability, and humanity's future, mission absolutely accomplished. The most successful monument nobody ordered. The Guidestones are gone. The mystery isn't. Somewhere out there, the truth about R.C. Christian exists in an old file, a family letter, or the memory of someone who will never tell. A monument built in secret, destroyed by a stranger, mourned by millions, and never explained. Just a Georgia field, an empty hole, and the best unsolved American mystery you never learned in school. Let's take one more look at everything we just covered.